Gotta get that stretching. Oh. Stop downplaying your greatness. Stop downplaying your greatness. I'm here to tell you right now that doing this and not embracing your true self and who you know deep down that you are is preventing you from creating an incredibly magnificent lifestyle. Where to begin? Listen, I said earlier on a live stream that a lot of people, they look at their life through the lens of how other people see them and what's possible for them. And a lot of people are always confused when it comes to improving themselves, and they always ask the same exact question: how do I get started? What can I do? How do I figure this out? And what everyone overlooks, you included most likely, even myself at one time, because I had an epiphany earlier today that really brought this to life, was even asking that question already created progress. Like, you already created progress by asking the question on how you can get better or what you can do to get started or get better. You just initiated progress by doing it. But the thing is, a lot of us only weigh our progress on what we can see and sometimes what we can feel. And when you start getting hooked on seeing to believing, that's when you start to see less of the thing that you originally may have believed in. And what I mean by that is, oftentimes a lot of people think that you have to see the results in order to believe that the results are there. Now, in certain situations and scenarios, like winning the Super Bowl, or maybe winning a tournament of some sort, winning a game in a sense, that could be a reflection of, what you put in to make that happen. But if you believe ahead of time that you already solidified the win, that you weren't going to lose, that the thought of loss was never in your mind, then you can't lose. And the reason is because you may not know when the delivery of your blessing is going to come into your life, but it's not on you to know when or if. It's on you to just simply know, to assume it to be true, to really affirm it and understand in your mind that your mind really does truly start to create the reality that you experience every day. If you're always trapped in a negative mindset, looking for something to go wrong in every situation, from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed, you are in a constant state of fight or flight, and survival mode is only good to have when you are getting chased in the jungle by some wild ass animal that you can't even spell. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even know existed. Like, you never seen it on National Geographic type business. Listen, it's not okay to stay not okay. All right? It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. And like I said, if you are struggling with the idea of creating more progress in your life and believing that you have what it takes in order to be great, which you already are and you already have within you, you gotta focus your mind differently. You gotta shift the way that you look at life, shift the way that you perceive things. And one of the best ways to do that is by taking yourself out of the equation and becoming an observer of your problem. It's like giving your friends advice. It's always easy and a lot of times unwarranted when you decide to open up your trap and give some advice. You know what I'm saying? The same way other people have done it to you, done it to me, so on and so forth. It's a never-ending cycle. It's never going to change. But what can change is how you decide to look at certain things that you perceive as problems. There's always two sides to every coin. Whatever you decide to look at is what you're going to see. It's just like the facts over feelings. Like, feelings are not facts, and facts are not feelings. Feelings are how you feel about the facts that have been displayed to you. And a lot of people, man, they fought wars over feelings. People have lost lives over feelings and misjudgment, and also an unsettled rivalry on opinions clashing. And it just becomes one just crazy mess of a situation. So if you are someone that is currently feeling stuck in the situation that you're in, all I want to say is, what have you done differently to change the situation you're in? If you only ever pour gasoline into a fire, do you expect the fire to ever go out? No. Why would you? You're giving it more fuel. And that's the problem with a lot of the problems that you think that you have. You can go into any area of the world. You can have two people, one that's positive, one that's negative. It's called the law of polarity. North pole, south pole, happy, sad, peaceful, mad, confused, clear. The list goes on and on. So who you choose to be, how you choose to look at things, is going to feel your way into more or less of how it is that you are feeling and what you're looking at. And reactions are normal. I think after a good deal of time, however, you begin to see how not normal they are in a lot of situations, and you get to responding more than you get to reacting. But at the same time, we're not here to talk necessarily about that. For those of you out there, like I said, that are struggling through progress and just wondering how to begin and what to do, give yourself the reward and the celebration now for what you want already being in your possession. And then second, pat yourself on the back that you even were able to click on a video and listen to someone that you may have never met give you advice from God knows where on the world. You know, it's one of those things where when you put a distress signal out, like Batman, right? They had the Batman light, the bat light, right? Going into the late night. He would see that and he would arrive and take action and, you know, go ahead and beat up the bad guy, do whatever he had to do. And then he'd go back on with his day. The same is like you sending a distress signal out into the universe saying, I need a sign. Please, Lord, universe, whatever you say, please send me a message. Let me know that what I'm doing is right, or please guide me. Maybe this message is a part of that equation. Maybe not the whole thing, but definitely a part of it, because everything I believe is a part of your process, but not everything is a part of the plan. How you choose to look at life is how life is going to look at you. How you choose to look at certain things in your life is either going to make those things better or worse, because it's going to make you feel better or worse. So all I can say is celebrate your small wins. Keep showing up. And all you have to do is start walking the path. You are going to find out real quick what doesn't work, and then you're going to stumble upon what does work through what doesn't work. But you can't just sit around, complain, and dwell in sorrow and a problem that you're creating in your mind that 9 out of 10 times doesn't even exist. You're just allowing your feelings to become facts, and now they are taking on the role of being a character trait. And they're not traits of you. They are just becoming normalized, so you think that they are traits of you. I'm sure you've heard people say, oh, that's just how I am. Oh, that's just how she is. That's just how they are. No, that's not just who he is, she is, or who they are. They're making a conscious choice, and you are reaffirming it. That's not a character trait. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're always a douchebag doesn't mean that a douchebag is a character trait. That's your choice to be a douchebag. You know what I mean? The same way someone is choosing to be generous and loving and caring and empathetic and understanding. These are choices. And we got to clear this up, because the more we allow ourselves to travel down that path of just acceptance for mediocrity, the more mediocre your life becomes. And you weren't created to just live a mediocre life. I mean, you can be grateful for anything, of course, but wouldn't it feel better to be grateful sitting in first class? Wouldn't it feel better being grateful while driving the car of your dreams? Wouldn't it feel more amazing if you were grateful while also adding value into the lives of other people rather than just taking from them all the time? Listen, I know for some of you, this was a major turnoff, and that's okay. It's not for you, and I didn't do it for you. Secondly, to those of you that are still here, thank you. And pat yourself on the back. You're doing a good job. Too often, we don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve and are seeking from other people. So be kind to yourself, because sometimes you're going to be the only person in a full 24 that is. That being said, thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love and your time, and may you continue to have an incredible day and the day you deserve, because regardless on how you feel, you are going to. Thank you so much again. My name's Matty Pace. We'll see you on the next one, saying one life, one love. I'm out, baby. You're built for this. I know you see the golf clubs in the background. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Thank you so much for your time. Let's get it.